Thanks, Trisha. And then we're going to flip her over onto her tummy. Try this under here a little bit. You are ready to crawl away, aren't you? She can really wiggle good already. You know, she's kind of fuzzy on her back and shoulders. A lot of that falls out, so she won't be just this furry little critter all the time. And she's got the Mongolian spots on her butt here. The darker spots almost look like bruising, but it's not. Those sometimes fade with age, sometimes they don't. And that's very, very common. Probably 99% of darker skinned babies have that. Very, very normal. But it's nice to know about them so you don't think, oh my gosh, she got bruised. What do you think about all this, huh? See, that back rib part isn't so bad, is it, huh? She looks like she's just ready to crawl away, doesn't she?
She's ready. She's fast.
Uh-huh. And you don't want to use any lotions or oils on her at all, okay? Babies can get kind of a newborn rash. It kind of goes all over their body and looks like actually teenage acne, all little red spots all over. So you don't want to use anything on that, just soap and water. And then you can run it past doctor when she's a little bit older as to when you can use some lotion on her. In the beginning, their skin is so sensitive when they're brand new, and so we don't want to think, oh gosh, is she allergic to something or is that newborn rash? So we'll just kind of wait on that. And powders are never a good idea because she can breathe that in her lungs, and that's very bad for her. So even though they smell nice, you don't want to use powders. We'll send home that little tube of A&D ointment you can use. And use that with each diaper change just to prevent diaper rash. And then if she gets a rash, that clears it up pretty good. But if she gets a real nasty looking rash, usually like Desitin or Balmix, those thicker, whiter ones work a little bit better. And then if that doesn't get rid of it in a couple days, then let doctor know, okay? I'm going to flip you back over. And it's good for her to get some tummy time too when you guys are awake, or when she's awake. Put her on a blanket on the floor. That way she can practice her pushing up, strengthening her muscles. But when you're not with her, then she needs to be on her back.
Okay.
And that's especially important to tell, like if you have relatives or like your parents, if they're babysitting or watching her, because they'll say, well, you guys slept on your tummies and you're okay, but it's real important that she's on her back. They found the incidence of SIDS or crib death has decreased by like 50% since we went to sleeping on the back only. So. Alright, let's get this on here, and then we'll get clean water and wash that pretty hair.
So we put the diaper first, then the draft.
I always put the diaper underneath because if you don't, she'll poop or pee all over everything. And then she'll get, you gotta change all her clothes or your clothes or whatever. So always good to, when you change the diaper, before you take the dirty one off, have the clean one right there so you can put it on. And then you want to make sure that this is folded below the belly button, just so you don't want to have that up and then it's moist and rubbing on there and it can get infected. So just fold it in like that. Some of the diapers have a little notch cut out, but usually on newborns it's too big anyway, so you still need to fold it down a little bit.
Fine.
And we'll just get some clean water and then we'll wash her hair.
And she's always dry, right? What should we do for that?
For the dry skin, that is just normal, and that'll go away. All babies are, because they're used to being soaking in water for 9 months, and all of a sudden they're not. So their skin does get very dry, and that kind of peels off in the first couple of weeks. It's very, very normal to be real dry like that. And then after that peels off, it'll be so nice and soft.
Racha, bless you. Nalla boss kudukriya mani. Yeah, mobile phone. Fine, kita And then to do her hair, I'm actually going to wrap her up in a blanket. Can
You don't ever want to put her, hold her under, under the running water in the faucet, just because if somebody flushes the toilet and all of a sudden the water gets real hot and you don't realize that and stick her under there, so you want to make sure you always fill your basin with water.
Okay.
And we'll send that home with you too to do that. Yep. There, now we'll wash that pretty hair. All tucked in. We'll get arms down. We'll see if they stay. Probably not, but get you all snugged in there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this a little bit so Mama can see.